All right, here we go again. Here's what I got this time. I got me a BMX bike. It's aluminum. That's the important part right now. Here it is, brand new frame. I'm putting acid on it. Aircraft stripper remover. Pretty potent stuff. If you get it on your skin, it will burn and eat your skin. So definitely wear gloves, have ventilation, wear a mask, and do it outside in somewhere that's not in direct sunlight because the sun will actually dry it out. So keep it shaded. Walk away for around 10 minutes and come back and start doing this. Please don't touch it though, and make sure you keep it away from anything that is painted because any of this junk will destroy paint if it touches it still. And I know all this because of past experiences. Yeah, just sitting around, all of a sudden your wrist starts burning because it got up past your glove and starts burning into your wrist. It's not a good feeling. I take the frame, since it is aluminum, I spray it, dilute the acid, neutralize it, and then I just start hitting it with 80 grit and making sure I go over the whole thing smooth. I'm hitting it with 80 grit so my etch primer will go ahead and attach to it better. Take a wire brush to get around all the welds, make sure every bit of paint's gone. And also, you cannot put aircraft remover on carbon fiber. It will completely destroy it. Do a quick wipe down, blow it off, tack it off, spray my etch primer on. It goes on kind of light. You don't have to really bury it on there. Then I chase that with my white sealer. Use that as a foundation for my silver, which comes up next. And the reason why I put the silver base down instead of leaving it white is because once I put that heavier flake on, if I miss a spot or get a little light, at least it's still metallic silver underneath and not just white and has no reflectiveness to it. Here I go mixing my flake. Yeah, I know, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I see people on here with their videos where they measure off the right amount of flake. I'm not doing that. I just kind of wing it. And this is the reason why you wear a mask. Look at all that. Don't wear a mask. It goes straight up your nose. Metallic boogers all over the place. Let it sit for a day. Come back, hit it with some 500 grit, smooth it out. I Scotch Brite all the edges, all the weld areas with some gray Scotch Brite. I don't want to get close to touching that with a sandpaper because you will cut through. And a lot of this paint job, I really don't have any kind of like preliminary drawings of what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of winging it, seeing how the frame flows and how things work, and just kind of having fun with it, you know? Now, this part right here is one of the most important parts about painting a frame and doing graphics on it. You got to really just make sure that you get it the same on both sides. Measure it front to back, top to bottom. Eyeball it as much as you can. I know it's a round surface and the paint to go ahead and try to make it measured out, but you got to because that customer is going to be staring at it. And if it is off, they will notice that every time they ride their bike. So you do your part and just bust your butt to make sure it's right. And when I go ahead and spray this fade around everything, I'm using the tape as a guide to make sure that it's all kind of the same. So I'm seeing how much I'm spraying on the tape so I can make sure that I'm doing it all the same darkness around everything. Nothing too light, nothing's too dark. Now when you're putting the logo on the down tube, one side is always easy. Just kind of stick it on, you're good to go. It's just like the top graphic. You got to make sure it's even on both sides. And when it comes to me putting a logo on the down tube, instead of putting it dead center of the frame, I always put it up a little bit higher because you're never really at eye level with that logo. It's always below you. So instead of like having it curve more to the bottom half, I want it to curve slightly to the top. So it's just easier to read. Candy concentrate is different. It's basically you're adding a pigment to a clear base and you spray it like a base color. So it doesn't feel like clear you're spraying. So I do it a little dry at first. And really it looks terrible at first. It looks like this. And you're like, oh, that looks terrible. But once you add another coat and another coat, usually around 3 coats, it really starts to get the color you desire, you know. So all the black parts that I did, like the back of the frame and the underside, it's still black. It's just a richer, darker black. I don't know how to explain it. But there's no metallic in it, so it doesn't reflect. So in the sun, it still looks black. And the reason why I go ahead and spray the bottom half and the backside black is it's a paint job. Over time, the edges will chip. You know, they're using it like they should. They're beating it up. They're racing with it. So instead of like just having it color all the way to the end, I black it out. So they can go to like the store and just get some black fingernail polish and just dab it and keep racing. It really sucks to think, oh my god, I gotta take it back to this guy and let him retouch it up, and how much I gotta pay for this? Oh my god, $10 bottle of fingernail polish and you're good to go. And I just decided to add some more green on top just to kind of break up that candy so it's not all one color candy. And if you see the front of it, the front of the bike where my hand is right there, where the neck goes, I didn't really add any graphics up there because a lot of these bikes have a side number plate on it. And there's no point in putting graphics on something you're never going to see because it's covered up. See, that green just kind of breaks it up a little bit more. It looks alright. Looks good. Do a little bit of buffing right there, and it's pretty much good to go. So the client actually gave me two frames. One completely my way, tricked out airbrush, and the other one completely plain like this, where you see here. This one looks brighter. It's the exact same paint. Only difference is the black airbrushing I do, which dilutes some of the heaviness of the flake. He also went through a sign shop and got some vinyl lettering cut out for the logo and the stripes. Just something to change it up, make it a little different. And you see what I mean about that side number plate right there. Yeah, completely covered up. So like I said, same color as the other frame, but with all the black airbrushing on there, it dilutes the flake a lot more. Sun really wasn't out too much this day I took the picture. You can see it on the back side a little bit better. But exact same paint job, two totally different styles. Alright, if you liked everything, follow me, do what you gotta do, whatever. Have a good day. Bye.